Well, let's go now to Toronto, Canada. We'll talk with Jessica. Hi, Jessica.
Hello, sir. So I hear all the time about the blood and the bread and the wine, the body and the blood. But there was this practice about washing the saints' feet. Isn't that just as important?
Okay, I hear you. No, it's not. It's not as important, at least the way people interpret it traditionally. The blood and the body of Christ broken for you, and the blood and the resurrection. That core message is what saves you. You could wash 10,000 people's feet, and you could be an amazing servant and go to hell. You could serve people and give away billions of dollars and wash millions of feet and go to hell because you didn't have confidence in the death and resurrection of Jesus. So, no, it's on a totally different level. When we talk about the cross and the resurrection, that's what saves you. Washing other people's feet is it's an act of service, and Jesus talked about that, and I'll actually share what I believe was his true intention there in a moment. But no, you can see then that Jesus served you through the cross and the resurrection, and then you serve other people, and that's different. So you serving other people does not save you, but Jesus serving you through the resurrection, Jesus serving you through the cross. Now that is a powerful message that saves you. So make sure you understand the difference. Now, lastly, I'm going to just refer to this passage here, John 13, right around verse 3. Jesus, knowing that the Father had given all things into his hands, and that he had come forth from God and was going back to God, got up from supper and laid aside his garments, and taking a towel, he girded himself. Then he poured water into the basin and began to wash the disciples' feet and to wipe them with the towel with which he was girded. And he came to Peter and he said to him, Lord, do you wash my feet? And Jesus answered, what I do you do not realize now, but you will understand hereafter. And then Peter says, never, never shall you wash my feet, Lord. And Jesus answered, if I do not wash you, you have no part with me. Okay, so what's Jesus trying to say? I need to wash you. I need to serve you. Are you trying to serve me? Won't you let me serve you? Do you see the difference? So Jesus is being countercultural. Here he is. He's the master. He's the rabbi. He's the teacher. He's the leader, and he is serving his disciples. Well, you would think that it would be the opposite, that the disciples would be running around the countryside carrying his luggage. Well, he's flipped all that. He's flipped all that upside down, because the gospel is not you trying to serve God. The gospel is when God serves you through the finished work of Jesus. You have to let him wash you. You have to let him clean you, because when he washes you, you are clean and close forever, and it's a free gift. So there's something incredible there to understand. And it's actually counterintuitive. We keep thinking that the foot washing is all about some dark, ominous guilt trip where I get down on the ground and start scrubbing people's feet. Well, actually, it's not a guilt trip for Christians. It's an incredible lesson. Will you let Jesus wash you? And if you have let him, then how clean are you? How clean are you if Jesus is the one who did the cleaning? So, Jessica, I'll put you back on and see. Does that give some insight, my friend?
Got it. Got it finally. Thank you.
You bet. You bet. Well, I'm glad you grabbed hold of that, because it is life-changing when we let Jesus serve us. See, that disturbs some people. In fact, I'm going to guess that right now there are people listening to what I just said, and it just irks them. I mean, they're literally, some of them banging the steering wheel and mad as a hornet driving down the road, listening to me saying that Jesus has to serve us. And they say, how could you be so arrogant? How could you be so adamant about that ridiculous idea that Jesus serves us? That doesn't sound right. Well, you're right that it doesn't sound religious because religion says, oh, you got to get busy trying to serve Jesus. Well, Jesus starts the relationship with us by saying, no, I got to serve you. I got to serve you. Will you let me serve you? Because if not, you can't be saved. You're saved when I serve you, Jesus is saying. So it's an incredible truth, and it's really the doorway to understanding God's grace, and it's the doorway to understanding intimacy with the Lord. I guess I would ask you, what if everything is free? What if everything comes at no cost to you because Jesus paid the price? What if everything is free? Everything you ever dreamed of, cleanness, closeness with God, union with Him, vine branches connection. What if everything is free? Well, the truth is everything is free because Jesus bought it. So thanks for your question, a great one, and we love hearing from you there in Canada. Call us back.